Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Medieval Dynasty. So in the last episode we started building our base, and we planted some cabbages. Now what I'm going to do first is run into town, get Alwyn's story started, since I'm close to it, and buy some fertilizer and stuff like that ready for planting, because new season, new planting. Now let's find Alwyn first. Let's see. It's hard to locate sometimes. So apparently he's going to follow us. I'd forgotten. I wasn't quite sure where I was in the Alwyn quests. So we need to go across the river to talk to Falibor. And Alwyn is going to follow us. Come on, Alwyn, come on in. So, apparently we have to go to Lesnica, which is quite a runaway. Let me just check on the map. So Lesnica is up here. Going to take us a little while to run there. Hopefully this finishes this segment of the quest. But, doesn't hurt to do a bit of questing in between. So you have to let me know your preferences. Do you prefer to watch me questing or building and town planning, or gathering, or a combination of, like a mix of everything, which is what I'm doing at the moment? I also didn't get any replies in comments as to whether you prefer me to do building the slow way or build fast building, and the same with crafting. So I'm leaving it for another week on the slow method, and you can just let me know in the comments if you want me to change to the fast method, because slow method can be a bit boring to watch someone hammering away at a wall or crafting something for ages. Alright, let's go across country a little bit. I probably don't need a builder's hammer though. Stop for a minute, have a look, see. Oh, I've got some skills to spend. Let's spend those. So I want to get tracker, but you have to put 1 point in something else first. And same with farming knowledge. And I've already got crafting. And I want the installation. So now, because I've already got 1 in crafting, I can choose this one. And I could then go to a level 3 if I wanted to. But this gives me 5% more, so I'll stick with that for now. And what I was going to do, which I didn't do, was check what weapons I have. So bow and axe. So I suppose I'm going to arm myself with an axe. Oh yeah, here's Alwyn. Wonder if he'll run away if there's any boars or anything. I can hear some boars. Where's Alwyn? Oh, there he is. Okay. This way. I get turned around when I do things like hunting. And we got to go basically past Danica to Lesnica. You also need to let me know whether you prefer me to waffle on while I'm running like this, or chopping a lot of trees, etc., or shut up and put some. Oh yeah, it's a wolf, but if you keep running, that's all right. Or shut up and put some music to it, or jump cut. So I did jump cutting before in the previous episodes because I was doing 2 days and it's making the episodes very, very long, and I needed to jump cut just to reduce the time of the episodes. So what I've decided to do now is to do 1 day per episode, but the middle day, so it's a 5-day season, and the middle day, day 3, I won't record. I'll just I'll just go out gathering. I won't do anything interesting like questing or whatever. I'll just go out gathering and building up supplies so that you don't have to sit there through me gathering stone and wood and stuff like that. quite a long run to Lesnica. But I'm a cheapskate. I don't want to spend my coin on fast travel if I can run. Here we are, we're just coming up to it now. Better put my axe away. Now, where's the person I need to see? Yeah? In the hunting lodge, of course. Come on, Alwyn. Yeah. Hello. Alright, so that's Alwyn's story finished. I can't talk to him again until tomorrow. Now I need to go back home. Back to the main town. Forgotten what it's called again. Gostovia. Back to Gostovia and buy manure. Well, I can buy manure and make my own fertilizer. It's cheaper that way. Or I can. I still need to make sure I've got seed. But if I buy the manure, I need to mark where my thing is on the map, or I'll get lost again going cross country. If I buy manure and make my own fertilizer, I have to make sure that the barn is built, because you can't make fertilizer without the barn. Alright, so there's a lot of berries that I didn't collect in summer, and I won't have them again until next summer, of course, to be able to pick. So what we got is what we've got. There's a cart. Eagle eyes here. Don't miss carts. Oh, it's a knife. Sort of knife. Iron. Nice. And sometimes it pays to look a little bit further out than the immediate area of the cart. just I'm keeping an eye out here for both camps and that might house bandits, camps that are abandoned, and chests, stuff like that. Treasure, in other words, bits and pieces of treasure. So you need to be careful when you're running through the woods. Although I know these woods because I've built in this area before. It's mainly deer, but there are boar and wolves a bit further in. And then there's the moose, of course. But bandits are unpredictable. They can be in this area. It's a nice area. It's a longish run from Gostovia, but I do like it. I maybe should have built here. All the areas aside from the area across the river there, I've built in before in games. Let's put on the hammer, have a look and see what we need. Well, that's the farm shed. I need to finish that. We'll pick the cabbages while we're here. Cabbages only take one season to grow, so they're a good source. You can't, and they're one of the few things you can plant in summer. And carrots are one of the few things you can plant in winter. There we are. Now we have some cabbages. So our next job is get the fertilizer and replant the field. It doesn't really matter if you plant right at the beginning or right at the end of the season. As it goes by seasons, not by what day of the season it is. So for things that take 2 seasons, when you change seasons, it's gone from seeds on the ground to half growth, and then the next season will be full growth. And if they're only a 1 season crop like the cabbages, then when you wake up the next day, it goes from seeds on the ground to fully grown cabbages. Just get clean, because the merchants won't talk to you. Sometimes the quest givers will, because it has more relaxed rules surrounding quest givers. If you're handing in a quest, they won't necessarily talk to you if you're trying to pick up a quest, but if you're handing in a quest, they'll allow you to do it even when they're asleep. They'll allow you to wake them up, and they'll still talk to you if you're dirty. Well, I haven't been that dirty. Maybe they send you, if you're really dirty, and maybe they send you to the river to get clean first before they'll talk to you. I don't know. All right. Hello, Edwin. So let's have a look at what he's got.
Best goods in the valley.
The fertilizer is 7.5 coins per purchase unit, whereas manure, LM, is only 3. So and I don't know how much manure it takes to make fertilizer. But anyway, I think it's cheaper to buy fertilizer than to buy manure rather than fertilizer. Now, I can't remember if I've got wheat. I think I do. And I think I have some rye, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to buy some. I'll just get 15. And wheat, I'll just get 15. Wheat you don't really need too early in the game. It's for making bread, which is the later game thing. But you can grow it early to build up your seed stock and also to sell. So if you grow it and thresh it, the wheat grain sells pretty well. I'm not sure about flour because you can then grind it into flour. I'm not sure whether flour has a better sell price or whether wheat grain has the better sell price. So rather than running all the way back with just our grain and stuff, I'm going to stop and get some logs on the way. I've got to find that first one I cut down. There's one. There's one. It's hard to remember sometimes where you cut the trees down. Especially if you run around and cut down 5 or 6 of them and they're not immediately adjacent to each other. I want to get the barn done because I want to have a look at how much manure it takes to make a fertilizer and whether it is a saving to buy. It's probably a saving to have pigs which produce manure. That's all they produce. But I don't know whether it's a saving to buy fertilizer, but buy manure instead of fertilizer. I've been playing Valheim a bit lately, and I keep looking at the fir trees and thinking, oh, can't go there, it's black forest or dark forest. You get fall damage from these trees. We also get kickback damage sometimes from the trunk, which is why I run away. Because you would think, oh, well, if I stand where I am, the tree will fall away from me and I'll be all right. Well, the tree does fall away from you, but it kicks back and still causes damage. So safer to run away and then come back. Going to have to run a lot for this one because there's two trees together, this one and the other one. Oh no, it's all right, they're supporting each other. Haven't had log damage yet. Or, you know, damage from falling logs. But that's not to say it doesn't happen. I just haven't had it yet. But I've been hit a few times by falling trees. This is where you get the kickback if you're standing too close to the tree. Work my way home, gathering maples as I get there. Only because you get more tree for your, more log for your bang with a maple. So I've been playing Valheim and 7 Days to Die lately. If you're interested in either of those as a series, just let me know. Valheim I've played basically ever since it first came out on the early tests of it. But 7 Days to Die, I've only just started playing, so I'm getting good at the die bit. Let's head home. It's getting a bit late, dark, hard to see. I want to get a few logs into the barn today. So let's do the barn first. That's food storage. This is barn. Yeah, let's get the barn done. Not food storage, the other one, resource storage. The good thing about resource storage is that it increases your storage up to 1,000, so it's really handy. you can use your own, you can store your own stuff in it. But just a word of warning, when you start having villagers living in there, they will use your stuff. They do use the lowest level and the most damaged first. So if you put in like an iron axe, and there's stone axes there, they'll use the stone axes first. But just be aware that if you're putting things like that in the storage, they will use it for their needs as well. Or they may use it for their needs as well. Now I've got to waste another log making a hammer. I think hammers should be made out of sticks, not logs. I run out of straw soon too. Hopefully I can finish the barn at least. Otherwise I'm going to have to go down in the water in the night, pick reeds. These are the hardest bits. These end bits, they're the hardest to reach. Alright, barn's done. So what I want to do is make fertilizer. Where's it gone? There. Animal feed or fertilizer. And that's just one. So while I'm crafting this, I will just say thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you spending time with me, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Think about the questions I've asked, and if you're moved to do so, put a comment down to let me know what it is that you actually prefer to watch. Whether you want to see any other series of the other games I've mentioned, and whether you want me to do fast crafting and building or slow, the way we're doing it now. I do appreciate all your comments. I do read them all and I reply as much as possible, and I appreciate all the love you show me in likes as well. It helps me to know, yes, this is worth doing, people are interested in it, and to keep going. Because, it's a bit pointless to be doing all of this work to entertain myself, because it's not I can play this game without recording if no one's interested. I'm getting plenty of views, I'm just not getting that many likes, and I don't know whether that's it because people just don't generally like or leave likes, or whether they don't like it, or I don't know. So as I say, I really appreciate the likes that you do give me. It helps me to know that there are at least some people out there that are interested in what I'm doing. Oops, got to get straw. So I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to just finish this farm shed off and then go to bed. Probably should eat as well and drink. Okay. Good night, and I'll see you next episode for the next installment of Racimir's building of his kingdom. And we'll go and see what Alwyn has for us tomorrow as well. And then later on, well, if we have time, we'll go and see what Sambor has as well for us tomorrow. All right. Good night.